Guess what? It's me, Queen Sensitivity, and I'm back for another energy update, but this one specifically will be focusing on the Divine Feminine. So we begin messages for the Divine Feminine. I am super excited. A lot of messages came out today. I'm being called to share. Am I? No. I'm being called to share, though, that you should do it, whatever you've been feeling called to do. Congratulations to all the people who have done it, who have taken a risk, taken a leap. Something else I want to say, make sure your protection game is up. The best thing to do is always just have a talk with spirit, be like, hey, can you help protect me? And I like to imagine a pillar of source light. Can be any color I think that you would like, but I usually go towards kind of white and gold with blue, and coming down from the crown chakra all the way to the root chakra, and then from the root chakra all the way to the crown chakra. So I imagine it going both ways because it's limitless. Sometimes I'll imagine it filling up a whole bubble around my whole energetic field, and then I'll push it out to consume my whole room, then the home, and then the neighborhood, and then I'll put it over the state and the country, and then the whole world. I'll imagine a bubble of source light. Yeah, today was just very, very intense for me. This is my first day of freedom. I'm being told to say it now, I currently don't have a 3D matrix job, which I'm very happy about. It's my first day, and I feel like because of it, Spirit was waiting a long time for me to be out of that, because it was even if you don't go to work, it's still connected to you energetically if you have a contract or agreement with people. And it was okay, so finally now that's out of the way. We can bring all this stuff in. And I'm not the only one who felt this today, thank God. That would have been miserable, but that's what I felt like it was for me. I got so many messages today. I put a great deal of them online, and I shared other people's posts to my story who were saying things that I'd already been saying. If you want to join my Sensitive Souls group chat, the last day to publicly join is August 16th, 2023 for this next 30-day cycle or whatever. But if you follow me and I see you liking and commenting under my post, and I feel some sort of connection with you, I don't have a problem reaching out to you personally to ask if you want to join. So thank you to the people who have joined. It's been a blast. I'm so grateful that I was guided to make this group, and I'm so grateful, emotional, so grateful to the people who've joined. It feels like my little teenage 14-year-old self, this is everything that I wanted. This is the kind of group that I wanted to have when I was in school. And I had some good friends in school, but it's to a whole other level when you're talking about the soul. The Divine Feminine has been rising. People that I've been called attention to are Beyonce, who's 4'11", that's the number 4. Beyonce, whose birthday is coming up actually, September 4th. I think that's a baby shower day. I don't know. Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, specifically her album Plastic Hearts, and now Gal Gadot. She is the actress who plays Wonder Woman. She popped up in my brain just before I opened up, the connection to, even though the connection is always open, but set it up for this reading. I saw her from that movie, I think it's called Death on the Nile. So maybe go watch that movie. the Nile, the river, is in Africa, and Beyonce, for her album The Gift, which was, you know, for the movie The Lion King, she has a song on there called The Nile with Kendrick Lamar, and it's like, I took a swim in the Nile, I swam the whole way, I didn't come down, man, I swear. It's basically kind of like a play on the words the Nile and denial, like being in denial about something. And so with this kind of theme of denial, and also the movie Denial having like a twist and kind of like trickery in it's a mystery movie basically. I feel like, yes, I'm hearing now, that's the message, because after I finally went to sleep, because the energy was so intense. It was so intense. It was like, you know, like that. I don't know, that moment in movies where like the person, like, I don't know, gets shot with a beam of light, or I don't know, but that's how I felt. Like it was like, so I finally went to sleep and I felt better when I woke up. I might be forgetful, so forgive me. But in the movie, yeah, okay, so after I woke up, I felt not so floaty, but then I also just was feeling like kind of disappointed that like nothing was happening yet, even though I know for sure everything is happening now. And I feel like if you've been feeling kind of like sad or like a little angsty or like this little feeling like something is wrong, or, you know, your dreams aren't coming true type of vibe, it's a trick. It also might be you being in like denial of like, I know, all the signs that you've been getting. I've been getting a lot of angel numbers: 15, 51, 909, 707, 1717, 71, 107, the normal ones, the 1111, 111s. 35 has been a big number, 35 and 53. I'm not sure, I think I'm more. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this one. So I have a cool idea. I was like, I'm gonna do some messages for each chakra that I mentioned recently on my Instagram and also on my YouTube community page. Give this video a thumbs up if you're watching now. Please leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And, you know, I do personal readings. I feel like I should probably expand to some sort of healing practice because I kept seeing and getting messages about healing. My voice is very healing. My words, like speaking, I'm very good at writing. So, I don't know, maybe soon. But yeah, or if you just want to support me by making a donation, I would love that too. Thank you so much for the people who have donated to me. Thank you so much for the people who have liked my videos and left comments and, you know, just sent me love in any kind of way. I'm very grateful. I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be for the first time in a long time. I feel like a lot of people, specifically people who identify as like divine feminines, will feel like that. Like, I'm finally where I'm supposed to be. I've been reading like romance novels, which I usually don't do. Like, you know, like smutty, I think that's how you pronounce it, novels that are like fantasy, like, oh, the man with the big strong muscles picked me up and I'm a damsel. I've never read books like that, and I've been reading them recently. I can't even remember why I was saying this. It was a point to why I was saying this. Oh yeah, because in these books it's very cheesy and corny, and they're like, we're mates, we're mated, and they keep describing it as like this feeling of like, you don't know why, but you just trust this person. Like, you don't know why, but you would go with them. You don't know why, but it feels right. And there was also like this sense of like, you can't resist it, even if you kind of try to. And it was so cool reading this in the book because I remember that's how I felt when I first like started talking to my twin flame. Like, I show a lot of resistance because I just saw 1010. I feel like I should share this. I think it's important, especially for people who've been feeling really intense with the Leo season, which I think is everybody, and for my Leos out there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I was also called to talk more about my twin flame connection. So yeah, when he first started messaging me, I like to be kind of chaste in terms of like romance. I don't like to be the one that's pursuing. I like people to pursue me. And even then, I kind of like to like be very mysterious. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I like to, I don't know, really keep my cool, not reveal a lot. But that was basically impossible. On the first night, I'm telling you, it's impossible. On the first night that, there might be a part 2 to this, maybe. On the first night that I got like a text message from my twin flame, my heart chakra, it felt like I was being electrocuted from the inside out, but in a good way. And I remember like it lasted like the whole night. If not the whole night, it was some hours where I just felt like I was just being lit up. And I remember I would like try to be cool and be normal, and I just couldn't. And so back to what I was saying before, it's this feeling right now, especially amongst the divine feminines, and we have this energy in everybody, regardless of gender. There is this sense of, we finally listened to the heart, which is the divine feminine rising. We finally listened to our intuition. We finally took the risk. We finally took the leap. And now, even though we don't really know how things are going to play out, how things are going to manifest, you know, what's going to happen in this way and that, we do know that this feels right. As I've said many times, I've been watching the first Alaskans show on Disney Plus. I need to go change the air, but I'll go do that. I'll be right back. I'm back. So the reason that I don't like edit this out anymore is because, as I mentioned, my subscription was up for my editing thing, so I won't be making those kind of lengthier edited videos until my abundance comes in, or until somebody decides to donate. I think it costs like $40 for the subscription that I had, and I think it lasts for like 6 months or a year, depending on which package you get. But anyways, yes, it feels right. And in the Alaskan show, I love like how there are some people like Judy, I think Mark, I forget his name, where like they went off into like the non-rural Alaskan world. And I think Judy, her character, but you know, she's a person. She's not playing a character. This is her real life. But she like, I think she left and like worked a 9-to-5 job. And she says all the time, like, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be in some corporate office, you know, going to work, clocking in, clocking out. I'm supposed to be here with nature, you know, with my ancestors in the forest. And you know, it's not the life that we kind of constantly get advertised, but it's the right life for her. And I feel, and I know a lot of divine feminines, and you know, if it's one of us, it's all of us are stepping into that space. So Thank you for your courage. Okay? So I'm gonna get a message for the heart chakra. That came out so fast. Let's see. Scoot back. Can you see this? All right. Yeah, throat chakra is this one. And crown chakra, which was like a last minute message. And then just a message from spirit for the divine feminine. Please clarify that. We'll just take all of them. All right. Bottom of the deck is Seven of Swords. So as I said, walking away, leaving that shit behind. All right, so heart chakra, throat chakra, crown chakra, messages, heart chakra. Ooh, another 7. I said earlier about the 7s. 7. So this is somebody who's protecting their peace. So the message about the heart chakra for the divine feminines is to protect their peace at all costs. I'm gonna scoot back up. I feel like I need to be closer to the camera. Even if you can't see the cards, it's all right. So yes, the message of the heart chakra is to be really discerning about the beliefs that you allow into your heart. Yes, that's it. Be really discerning about what you choose to believe, because you choose what you believe. And it's kind of what I was saying about like the source light pillar, like the light, it can flow in both directions. Like we have been so programmed to have such a limited imagination. Like anytime anybody tries to be creative, it's always just like hammered down. And now that that's over, be really imaginative, and let go of your limiting beliefs, which takes practice. Throat chakra, the sun. So I don't think it's a coincidence that the throat chakra is now associated with yellow, which is the color of the solar plexus, which is all about like personal energy. I recently saw the amber light describing the different chakras as being feminine and then masculine. And then the way she was describing it was that the solar plexus would be like a masculine energy. And so with this being associated with the throat chakra, I feel like the divine masculines within us all are speaking up and choosing who they want to be and being that person. And this is something that I was recently talking about to somebody in my family, where I was like, the way that we live is not like it's the natural laws of the universe. You know what I mean? It's not like it's set in stone, like this is inevitable and it had to be this way. The only reason that we have paychecks and pay stubs and due dates and rent and bills and mortgages is because we have all collectively agreed that that's what we want to do. And when we collectively disagree and stop doing that, then it no longer will exist. And I feel like this is the divine masculine within us all wanting, I think specifically in terms of career, for the divine masculine as well, the divine masculine within all of us, you know, no longer wanting to do these jobs that just are soul sucking and like keeping you down, low vibrational. And it's speaking up through the heart, through the throat, out into the world, where it creates. Crown chakra. The Empress, the Empress, and Temperance. So for this one, oddly enough, I'm getting that series on Netflix called The Empress. She was very temperamental. The character who played the Empress, she couldn't be controlled. And this is something that I was called to write a poem about. It's called God is a Woman, and I think the first line is like, God is sometimes a woman, because I kept seeing online and hearing people, you know, in my family or people that I talk to, like constantly calling God he, which is fine. But like when I saw it, when I wrote the poem, it was like this anger that came up that just wanted to be like, you know, if God is a man, then who the hell birthed you? Like, you can't leave me out. You can't leave out the divine feminine. And it was just a fun poem to write, I think. And it touched on a lot of different aspects. It's this idea that I feel like people presume that the divine feminine is this kind of like this lady from like the 1950s, and she just ain't. She's not this lady from the 1950s, like, you know. And in that woman, you know, that time is like the Stepford Wives, and even that movie with Harry Styles, like the Don't Worry Darling, like those were the women, you know, their stereotypes were the women created by men who wanted to control women. So yeah, I feel like the crown chakra, this is one of the messages that was coming through earlier, was to do and to speak your truth with the intuitive hits, intuitive messages that you've been getting. Like today, I really wanted to make my beads blue on my energy update. And I was like, no, I don't want to make them blue because then it's going to look weird or it's not going to be realistic. And so I posted them yellow. And somebody in my Sensitive Souls group chat was like, look, I found this picture of blue bees. There are actual blue bees. It's real. That was a channel message that I got. And I didn't trust myself because I was trying to be realistic. I was trying to be, and nobody would have cared if I would have made my bees blue. I don't think people would have like protested. But you know what I mean? It's this feeling of like, people assume, I feel like the divine feminine needs to be like this temperance card. But the temperance card isn't about resisting that part of yourself that is the lioness, as I said, that is the baronet, that is the aching daughter, that is the woman king. It's about being free. The divine feminine is free, just like the divine masculine is free. That is source, that's spirit, that's God. God is everything. It's all of the things. And that's why I specifically was channeled to say God is sometimes a woman. Just to play on words, obviously, you know, it's not literally, you know, it's a poem meant to be interpreted intuitively or, you know, based on your own individual sight. But yeah, it's like, look, these two cups, it's two sides. It's the water and the land. Like it's two wings to fly a person, to fly a being. It's not one. And I just love this divine empress. She's got like her sacral chakra exposed as well as her heart chakra. And it's just like the Amber Light was saying, the sacral chakra is the feminine, and then the solar plexus here, I think, is the masculine, and then the heart chakra is the feminine. Again, doesn't have anything to do with gender, but I don't think it's coincidental how like those are the chakras that are exposed. And of course the crown chakra. Wear your crown proudly. Any intuitive nudges that you've gotten, go with them and it'll make sense later on. Okay, so just messages from spirit. The star card has been coming up a lot. Naked woman, naked person. Ace of Wands. Eight of Wands, dang. Hangman been coming out a lot. Hangman, or the Hanged One, and then Knight of Cups. I want to talk about the Hanged One. I want to talk about them all. So this is spirit saying to the divine feminine, in general, all of us, everybody, things about to pick up. Things about to like go fast. Cause I kept getting the Hanged One, like over and over again. I was like, But now, because that's just a spirit telling me like to hold on, not time yet. But with it being in the upright, and then also the Knight of Cups, stuff about to start happening now. 8 of Wands, speed, the Cups, the Knight of Cups is quite fast, I would say. It's definitely not as slow as the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, it's this feeling of things are about to pick up. So get ready, you know, get out of the hangman position, tie your shoes up. I think this is why there's been like an increase in channeled messages for the divine feminines within us all, because things are starting to roar up. The Ace of Wands is very fiery energy. I feel like this is God kind of like spanking the ass of the horse, or what do they do in like racing things where they like spank the butt and like that gets the animal going? This is what I feel is with this Ace of Wands, like bow. Getting things to roar up. The Star card was also in reverse, so I feel like with it having been in reverse, especially in terms of like its relativity to the Temperance card, these are both major arcana, 10, 15, 17, and 10 and 14. So Temperance is 14, and then the Star card is 17, which is the number that I was saying earlier, number 17. And it came out 7 swords, 7 of wands, 777 is God's number, Spirit's number. With it being reverse, I feel like this is something that's easy for the divine feminine. Let me try to get an example. I'm saying like a play, like a school play, and it's like, this is something that you were passionate about to perform in this play, but it also feels kind of accidental that you got to be in this play. Like somebody just asked you and then you were on stage, you know, you're like, sure, I'll do it. And then like the people come to the play, a regular school play, and then everybody is like in love with you and like super captivated by the way that you're able to convey the characters. And next thing you know, it's like a packed house every night to come see you perform. I don't know, like Romeo or something. Juliet or something like that. It might be somebody's name watching this video, Juliet, or Julia. Yeah, it feels very easy. I feel like a lot of times in the past, like superstars, they had to work really hard, like Beyonce, like Miley, maybe not Miley, because she, you know, her dad, but even though she did work hard, but Beyonce, I'm hearing Kelly Clarkson, like they had to do a lot of stuff to get, you know, seen, and it feels very effortless, like you just randomly got invited and then you took the cake. That's what it feels like, right? Any last message for the divine feminine? We'll get one of these. So there won't be a part 2. Everything's going really nicely. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up, please. Thumbs up, leave a comment, and love yourself. Like that's something that's easy. It can be easy, but you know what I mean. Hopefully. It's a helicopter. Someone watching Nova Hustle shot goes out the. I'm convinced. The bottom of the deck is this I'm sorry card. This might be from somebody's family or divine masculine or sibling. What last advice would you like the divine feminine to know, to take? the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Wow. In my Sensitive Souls group chat, one of my members, or both of them, were saying about the inner child. And then we have the Slim card here. And also the Divine Empress, who is sometimes pregnant on some of the tarot decks. But either way, you know, she's fruitful, she's abundant, she's fertile. Yeah, let's read what it says. Rebecca Campbell. The golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. The golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it in their early life. Due to their unique intelligence, they might find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so if they are not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. So I just feel like this is just a rebirth. I feel like this is what it's saying, a rebirth for all of us, especially our divine feminine within us all is undergoing a massive rebirth, because in here we have the seven star sisters again. So a lot of soul sisters, soul family coming in to support, and we together are undergoing a rebirth, like amongst our soul families, soul groups. And the next card is the deep cellular healing. Maybe I don't know. Claire audience is coming online with our Octurians. So lots of star seeds. All these cards are like about star seeds. So a lot of memories might be coming online for the different star seeds, but certainly rebirth, a renewal, a refreshing little. So this has been the reading for the Divine Feminine. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.